Sorry. Hey, প্রশ্নটা কি ছিল? Hey, yes. Well, Sanjukta used to call Shaili and her husband over every Saturday. Sort of like a family get-together. Tonight he had also invited that Delhi guy, Pishi's new love interest. Sanjukta, had some big announcements to make. Of course, the announcements went along with him. As for me, I stay here as a caretaker. Yes, I look after Pishi. I make sure she gets her insulin on time, her food on time.
Saturday evenings, আমার কোষ্ঠের দাদাটা He used to meet all of us individually in his study at 8:15 sharp. He was such a stickler for time. But tonight, for some reason, Bharatosh barged into his study just as his dinner was being served. And the next thing you know is
It was a business-related discussion. I can't go into the details of it. Well, we were in the middle of discussing things while Baba was having his dinner. Suddenly, he started wheezing up. So I poured him a glass of water. But he got up, pushed away his plate, and started moving around, singing nuts. It hadn't struck me that, he was having an allergic reaction because no nuts are allowed in the house. And we couldn't find the pills. We, as in Baba and I, when we tried looking for his pills, we couldn't find them. And then, before I could go ask for some help,
Baba loved Paritosh like his own son. Paritosh was helping him close some important clients. Arguments and disagreements happen all the time when you're running a business. So no, I do not think that Paritosh going in to meet him was out of the ordinary. If anything, he is equally shocked and devastated at
देखिए sir, with all due respect, I have no idea how he died, and honestly, I don't care. I have nothing to do with this family. This is the first and hopefully the last time that I'll ever set foot in this house. Fiancé. After all this, have you seen how much they hate each other? No. I want no part of this. All right, I'll tell you, but you have to promise to let me go. So, Sanjoy, he's your typical rich, coked up on his own ego businessman. For him, it's either his way or the highway. Then you have the kids. Shaili, Miss Goody Two Shoes, trying to manage the entire family business by herself just so her father would notice her. लेकिन बुड्ढे को सिर्फ अपना लड़का दिखाई देता. The London returned loser. Ankush. Drugs, university, ladkiyan, police, you name it. And this guy, he has been in trouble for it. बेचारी शयोनी इसको हमेशा मुसीबत से निकाल के लाती. लेकिन बुड्ढे ने अपनी पूरी जायदाद इस अंकुश के नाम कर दी. वो तो शयोनी को ये बात पता नहीं है, वरना मेरे हिसाब से तो खून उसी ने किया होता.
Ankush. Dada has always had a soft spot for him. अपनी तो जाने मिष्टी चेले खाए मिष्टी दोई বৃষ্টি চেল খায় মিষ্টি দই Dad অঙ্কুশ বাবাই সায়নী বাবাই আর কি কষ্ট she worked the hardest for him কিন্তু দাদার হচ্ছে মিষ্টির জন্য একদম পাগল ছিল and Ankush on the other hand he's such a troublemaker officers all that he's been doing ever since he's come back is arguing with Dada even tonight they were arguing now you tell me officers Dada got such a nice proposal for marriage for him it's a good cultured Bengali family kintu na Ankush doesn't want to get married nor does he want to take over the family business all he wants to do is run back to London and frolic around with his Kori Memshab
Gory man. Really? Rich coming from Bua, who's dating someone born more than a decade after. Let me level with you officers. I'm an actor. I cannot let my creativity be stuffed inside a half-kg sweet box. The world is my stage. I play the part and I live for the applause. You know what I'm talking about. I don't want my father to run my life, marry me off to someone I've never met before. You know, like my sister. Sayoni cannot see beyond the business. But my dreams are bigger.
আমাদের অঙ্কুশের অনেক passion. He can hate as much as he can love. He comes across as a half-wit, but he's exactly like his father. If things don't go his way, he'll raise hell. You have no idea the kind of strings Shayoni has had to pull to keep him out of trouble.
What? Prabhas said what about me? Bloody asshole. What gives him any right to talk shit about me when he, not knowing his place, has been hovering around Sayoni since we were little kids? What Sayoni sees in him, God only knows.
Pagol Naki. The way he was talking to Sanjoy that tonight, that look in his eyes, I won't be surprised if he was the one who did it.
And you're rushing the word of a fucking driver over me. What kind of a boss investigation is this? Give me your superiors, you bloody incompetent assholes. What's this? Wait. This is mine. Have you guys been going through my stuff?
Baba had recently developed a severe allergy to wise nuts. And since then, he'd never really allowed anybody to bring nuts to the house. He always kept his pills with him too, at all times. No, I don't understand how the nuts got into his food, and then the pills with...
Was it me? I killed my father. 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 I'm an actor. It's a part of my diet. It's good for health, good for memory. When I came back home, I found it odd that there were no nuts in the house. So I just ordered a packet online. How was I supposed to know that someone was going to put it in my father's food? I mean, I don't even live here. So how the hell am I supposed to know about his allergies? Aren't the people living in the bloody house supposed to know that? I'm so sorry, Dad. I'm so sorry.
How dare you accuse me? Of course I supervised everything. It's our special Saturday night family dinner. We made bhapa ilash, chingri macher malai curry, mutton biryani, chicken kosha, and none of these are made with nuts in it. The entire family ate the same meal and none of them found anything in it, did they? So officers, why don't you do your job better and find out who actually killed my dada instead of coming into my own home and accusing me of killing my own dada?
Why would I kill him? He was like a father to me. You know, just because we had one argument, you're trying to pin this murder on me right now. Look, I would have given him the pills if they were there. I have no idea where the pills disappeared. Sir, you need to get your facts straight. I don't even live in this house. Why don't you ask Dr. Prabhas? He's the one who looks after all the medical needs of the family here.
I have always wanted to be a surgeon. I have completed my MS. The family has always been charitable towards me. I could pursue my dream of becoming a doctor only thanks to Sanjoy and Pishi, who helped me with the medical fees. As a way to thank them, I was more than happy to do whatever I could to help in return. And obviously, looking after their medical needs was the most obvious choice. I had ordered a fresh bottle of Sanjay's anti-allergy pills just a couple of weeks back. I only ordered one bottle at a time since there are no nuts in the house. And Sanjay expected to carry them with him if he expected to eat outside, which was very rare. Kintu, I have no idea where the pills disappeared. Shatti kotha bolte only Sanjay knew where the pills were since he always kept them handy.
Paritosh? Paritosh is a gem of a person. He's like a brother to me. My favorite person in the entire family. The only one I look up to, really. I think he's the only sane guy in this insane family. I just don't understand Sayoni. I mean, she's obsessed with Dad's business while he's busy trying to pass it on to me. She also has a soft corner for Prabhas. Prabhas, our driver's son, who does not hold a candle in front of Paritosh. She's even picked up this disgusting habit of smoking cheap cigarettes with him. I mean, Paritosh is the kind of guy who could get any girl he wants. But he's just so in love with Sayoni that he puts up with obsessiveness. If my wife was fawning over some driver's son while ignoring me, boy, she would have not seen the end of it.
Paritosh and Shayoni's marriage was arranged purely for business. It's another thing that Paritosh goes around telling everyone how deeply he's in love with our Shayoni. But you tell me, officers, why would someone like him fall for someone so plain? Don't get me wrong, officers. Baba Yamar khoob adorer. But I must accept my niece's shortcomings now. It's not like she has a line of suitors waiting for her. And we all know she's a little too ambitious for her own good. And Paritosh is not used to hearing the word na. I have my doubts about that marriage. Let me be clear with you, officers. Paritosh hasn't had it easy in this family. He tried to win the affections of both his wife and his father-in-law and was rejected by both. Dada thought he was marrying Shaili to a tiger. Paritosh turned out to be nothing more than a glorified puppy. The only reason Dada involved him in business is because of his connections and his money. Dada didn't have any affections for this boy.
I do not see how the private matters of my marriage have anything to do with Baba's death. Paritosh and we have only been married for a year now. It's not like we had been dating before or had known each other. একটা সম্পর্ককে বড় হতে সময় লাগে। You feel it's slip out of reach when it's the clearest it's ever been. Now I think Paritosh and we understand each other a little better than before, you know. He's always had his heart open for me. But I'm not like him. It takes me time. And honestly, I think that's what we need, you know. একটু সময় and consideration for each other. Lover! এসব বাজে বাজে কথা আপনাকে কে বলে বেড়াচ্ছে? আপনার কি মনে হয় জীবনটা আমার এক রকমের সিনেমা নাকি? Prabhas and we are childhood friends and that's it. We grew up together, so yes, of course, I'm close to him, but these ridiculous accusations of something more? Let me make it clear once and for all. Prabhas and I are just friends and there's absolutely nothing more to it.
Shaili and Ami were good friends since childhood. Each other's support systems. All we ever wanted was to be loved by our fathers, and it was very much us against the world. Oh, alada chilo. She was different. She was very different from the rest of the family. She was the first one in the family to notice me, to be friends with me, even though people saw us belonging to different worlds. A man and a woman cannot be friends. Taito. Once we grew up, we started spending less and less time together. She got busy with the business. I got busy with my medical studies. Before I knew it, she was getting married. I'm happy for her. No, but just that being with Paritosh, she returned to the world she belongs to. We've barely spoken in over a year or so. Kintu Paritosh was always uncomfortable whenever I was around.
I don't know what it is about Prabhas. I could never warm up to him. I mean, he's a decent guy, but he's always been a bit standoffish towards me. I understand that Shaili has a special place for him because they grew up together and those memories are irreplaceable. cannot force my wife's feelings, right? Whether they're towards me or someone else. But unlike what everyone thinks, Prabhas is not the point of contention in our marriage. It's been difficult for Shaili because she sacrificed everything for her father's business. She gave it her all. And that's one of the things I fell for. Her unyielding grit and determination. All she wanted to do was to make her father happy. But that old man, he could not conceive of leaving the company in the hands of a woman. Freaking asshole. I knew that I'd never be the priority in her life. At least not until after she'd achieved her dreams. I just wanted to help her get there. I started cutting deals for Baba, which weren't necessarily the easiest to crack, but on the condition that Shaili be made the CEO. But tonight when I found out that after using Shaili, me, and that everything that my family had to offer to him, he was going to hand over everything over to Ankush on a silver platter. Just like that. I was furious.
এসব আপনি কি বলছেন? Baba signed the deed right in front of me. The company was going to be mine. Baba changed it. But when? I do not know anything about this. But why would he do that? Believe me, this is all new to me. I'm not aware of any of this. I do not hate Baba and Ankush. If Baba wanted to leave the company to Ankush, I'm sure he had his own reasons, you know. And nothing would make me happier than to see Ankush successful. You see, it takes a lot to make a business successful. It was hard for Baba to build an empire right from scratch all by himself. His siblings did not believe in his dreams. At least together, Ankush and I can take his legacy forward, you know. My husband has nothing to do with this. He just helps from time to time, that's it. His emotions in our family's business are absolutely no consequence. Paritosh, Kiran Baba. He just talks a lot and that's about it. He's not capable of doing anything. A screaming match is just about as far as he can go, you know.
अरे दीवारों के भी कान होते हैं सर. Let me give you a tip. ये जो अमीर लोग होते हैं ना, they don't just guard their wealth. ये लोग अपने secrets को भी बहुत छुपा के रखते हैं. And I had to know what they were hiding so that I could use it to get away from them. और एक और बात बताओ. Every family has a rat. वो एक शख्स जिसको सबके बारे में सब पता होता है. I just had to know the right hole to dig into. And all the secrets came from Kenna. It was Kenna. She tells me everything.
অবশ্যই আমি জানতাম. As if Dada would hide anything like that from me. আপনি জানেন অফিসার্স, প্রিয়জনের মধ্যে কিচ্ছু গোপনীয় হয় না. I mean, take Vikram and I for example. We're gonna get married soon. I've had my fair share of failed relationships, but with Bikram, it feels right. Like, it feels different, like I know he's the one. And when it comes to soulmates, all of this money and age and all doesn't matter now. I mean, Dada has generously invested in his business. So it's going to take off soon now, and then we're going to start a family. Now, I don't think Shayoni knew because Dada was going to announce after dinner.
I tried very hard to convince my father to give the company to Sayoni. Making me CEO was the worst possible decision he could ever make. I mean, Sayoni has always been smarter than me, whereas I've been nothing but the poster boy of the family. Excuse me for a minute. My lips get chapped. You see, that's just another reason why I don't want to involve myself in the company politics. It's just always created a rift between Sayoni and I. She's always seen me as a rival rather than as a brother. When I saw her crying in Prabhas's arms tonight, I was terrified that she had figured all about it.
I was just passing by when suddenly Shayoni came running out of Sanjay Das' study, threw her arms around me and started sobbing. That's when I saw Sanjay Das lying dead and Paritosh standing over him. Shayoni was obviously shocked to see her father like that.
I didn't mention Shayoni because Baba was already dead by the time Shayoni got in the room. Look, Shayoni has nothing to do with this. No, it was me. I killed Baba. It was all me. I killed him. Shayoni's innocent. She has no idea about anything. I did not give him the pills while he was dying. I threw the ball out of the window. I watched him die and did nothing to stop it because I wanted him dead. I wanted to see him dead in front of my eyes. I killed Baba.
No, it cannot be. Officers, he's lying. He's clearly lying. Yes, I was there, but I was too late. We were too late, and I'll tell you everything exactly as it happened. I was anxious about Baba's announcement tonight. Till then, I knew that I was going to be made the CEO. But when Prabhas and I were young, we used to meet in the backyard behind the servants' quarter to smoke. I hadn't been there in years until tonight before dinner, hoping I could That's where I found Baba's anti-allergy pills. I don't know how it got there, but I headed back to the house to give it to Baba. When I reached the study, I heard Baba and Paritosh arguing, and I swear it was only then that I found out that Baba had actually signed over the company to Ankush. আমি মনের দিক দিয়ে ভেঙে গেছিলাম। That after so many years of pouring in my blood, sweat and tears into the company, Baba till the very end, he did not care for me at all. Paritosh, I didn't know Paritosh was helping Baba to actually help me. I thought he was just doing all of these to get into Baba's good books. I let the whole world burn and consume me wholly. At the end of the day, আমি আমার বাবার মেয়ে, তাই না? I ignore that one person who was always by my side all throughout. Even now, Paritosh is protecting me. Officers, it is not possible that Paritosh killed Baba. Prothomoto, he was with Ankush the whole evening. He went straight from there to the study right after Baba's dinner had already been served. Ditiyo kotha, he could not have thrown away the pills because the pills were with me. By the time I entered the room, Baba was already lying on the ground and Paritosh was kneeling beside him crying, and I was too late and there was nothing that we could have done to save him anymore.
Yes, Paritosh was with me the whole evening. Actually, I was telling him about everything that Dad had planned out for me. I wanted his help to persuade Dad and to smooth things out with Sayoni. He left between 8:15 to 8:30 p.m. a little after Dad was served his dinner. I saw the maid carry the tray to the study. So, he must have left 5 to 10 minutes after that. No one usually visits Dad while he's eating his dinner, but Paritosh wanted to talk to him before he could make an announcement to the family. Okay, enough with the questions about Paritosh. You know who's really suspicious? It's that bloody Prabhas. What the hell was he doing lurking around Dad's study when he hates going there, especially after what happened? Wait, do you guys not know? Dad beat the shit out of Prabhas 3 to 4 days ago.
Yes. He beat me on Tuesday afternoon. But it has happened so many times before that I don't feel anything anymore. You get used to it. Sanjay invested in Vikram's business because Pishi asked him to. He didn't know that those two were seeing each other. In fact, he found out about Pishi and Vikram's affair that morning. He obviously couldn't take his anger out on his sister. So, like always, Ami boli chak bol chilam.
That sweet child. No matter what Dada said or did, he bore it all quietly. And everyone knows Dada has quite the temper. And he always took it out on Prabhash. But this time, hurting his hand like that, Ish Bhagwan. Prabhash didn't deserve it. He didn't deserve any of it, officers. And I never said anything to Dada. No matter what he said or did. But this time, how could I stay quiet, na? I went to Dada and I told him his ill treatment of Prabhash had gone on for too long. Kintu Shob Shamoy Moto, he pinned all of his reasons on me. Dada said that I was the reason for all of the miseries in his life. That I brought nothing but trouble to him and that he always had to cover up for me and that he was tired of it. Dada also said that he was going to cut me off from my inheritance. Until I came back to my senses, it seems. You tell me, officers, what brother would do that? Everything he said to me that day pricks me like 1,000 needles. belittling me like that, cutting me off, shattering that poor boy's dreams. Or সাহস কত বড়!
Oh, it was bad. संजॉय ने उसे वॉकिंग स्टिक से मारा था और मार मार के नीला पीला कर दिया था. इनफैक्ट गहना told me that Sanjoy was like a madman, hitting him again and again on his hands like that. Prabhas, he can't be a surgeon anymore. एक बात बताइए सर, कोई किसी को इतनी बेरहमी से कैसे मार सकता है? मैं दुनिया का सबसे सीधा इंसान नहीं हूं, मैं नहीं हूं, लेकिन मैं कभी किसी के साथ ऐसा नहीं कर सकता. और वो भी क्यों? प्रभास का मेरे और गहना से कनेक्शन ही क्या है?
It wasn't just because of Vikram and Pishima's relationship. Baba wanted to get Pishima married as soon as possible, but he was worried that if he'd married her off to someone she did not like, given her nature, she would return back to his house. So when Vikram came along, Baba saw as an opportunity. And since he knew nothing about Vikram, his family, or his business, he'd asked me to take a look into it. I found out that Vikram was basically a con man. He'd tried his hands at multiple business endeavors which had all failed. And his investors were usually rich people who he'd sweet-talked into in investing in his business. His current endeavor of making organic honey was not so clean either. When it came to business, Baba was a clean businessman. He dealt straight. So he was furious at the thought of his name being attached to a fraudulent business. And that too a prospect brought to him by none other than his own sister. I mean, whatever his reasons were, it doesn't excuse the level of violence that he induced on Prabhas. I mean, his behavior towards Prabhas was nothing less than disgusting.
Sometime after Paritosh went to the study, I saw this bloody Prabhas also had that. Who knows? Maybe the guy wanted to go get another round. I'm sorry. What I mean to say is, which sane person would go back to the person who beat him black and blue? Dad was in a terrible mood as it is. He was even yelling at strangers for God's sake. Yeah, Vikram, Boa's side piece.
नहीं सर, मैंने किसी को नहीं मारा है और मैंने आपको बताया ना, मैं तो जानता तक नहीं कि वो मरा कैसे. हाँ, संजय चिल्ला रहा था क्योंकि उसे मेरे बारे में सब पता चल गया था, लेकिन मैं पागल थोड़ी हूं जो उसी के घर में घुस के उसको. सर, मेरा प्लान सेट था. In my line of business, this happens all the time. फिर नाम चेंज, जगह चेंज, and I'm out. ये murder is not my scene, sir. I have some principles. Okay, yes, Sanjoy was blackmailing me. He told me that if I didn't marry Gehna, he was going to expose me and ruin me. But I've been blackmailed before. I am, with your permission, of course. I am going to disappear forever tomorrow. इस फैमिली से बहुत दूर.
Yes, I know my dream of becoming a surgeon will never come true. But what do I have to gain by killing Chandrida? I have more to lose if I get caught. बोलना तो. I'm used to being treated this way. I'm not a killer. I'm a khuni noi. If I had that much guts, I would run away long back. Ami ki kai janbe who threw the pills? I told you it wasn't me. Is it a crime to be poor? Why does everybody keep suspecting me all the time? I'm sick of having to justify myself to people. I did not do it. Ami ekta koreni. Bas.
हम यहाँ कब तक रहने वाले हैं सर? मुझे जो भी पता था, I've already told you everything. And ये मेडिकल रिपोर्ट, तो सर जिसके मर्डर के लिए आपने मुझे बिठा के रखा है, एटलीस्ट टेल मी हाउ ही डाइड. हाँ, नट एलर्जी? क्या मूंगफली खा के मर गया क्या? ये अमीर लोगों की प्रॉब्लम ही ना सर अमीर ही होती है. लेकिन मेरे खाने में तो कोई नट्स थे ही नहीं. फिर ये नट्स आए कहां से? Oh right, Prabhas and Gehna were adding some nuts to their food. एक मिनट सर, ये प्रभास एंड गहना वर एडिंग nuts to the food. सर ये इन दोनों ने किया सर मर्डर. ये दोनों माँ बेटी की मिली भगत है. ये जय संतोषी माँ, मैं बच गया सर. ये मैं इन दोनों ने किया सर. संतोषी माँ.
My son. What nonsense. Who's telling you all of this? एकमात्र विक्रम जाने. Was it him? It has to be. ঠিক আছে, আমি আপনাকে বলবো. He is my son. I had him when I was 19. His father and I, we were college sweethearts. But we couldn't get married because he wasn't from a well-off family now. I only told Dada about my pregnancy and he helped me hide it. But when Prabhash was born, Dada wanted to give him away to an orphanage. I couldn't let that happen. But nor could I keep him. What explanation would we give others? So on my pleading, Dada gave him to our driver to raise, within my sight. On the one condition that I never reveal the truth to anyone.
She's not my mother. How can a mother watch her own son getting beaten mercilessly by her own brother? How can a mother stand and see her son struggle to pay the school fees while she herself lives in luxury? Ma? And she tells me this after 26 years, thinking what, I'll go running into her arms crying? Faltu kotha.
Prabhash said that about me. Oh, Akhono Choto officers. He doesn't understand the way the world works. I cried a river when I found out that he couldn't be a surgeon. I cried that my darling boy's dreams had been shattered. I promised him that we'll all be a family together once I got my share of the inheritance. Vikram, Prabhas and I, we were going to be a family. And I meant it. Till Sanjoy said that he was going to cut me off, and then Prabhas got so mad that... No, that's not what I meant, officers. I'm not. No, I didn't do anything. I just... me kichu korina, I swear. I just... You know what? I threw the damn pills, okay? It's not my fault that Shaili had to turn up over there.
I should have never told her the plan. I should have just done it on my own. I thought all was over when Shaili discovered the damn pills. When she told me about the money, I thought I had a way out. I could take the money from her and leave for good. So when Sanjoy threatened to cut her off, I couldn't just sit and not do anything. So I decided to kill Sanjay before he changed the will.
So, is it over?
Yes, we are done. We have Prabhas and Gehna's confession. You better leave now. Your husband is waiting outside.
Prabha sir, Pishita.
You know, Sayoni, I have been thinking, if I was in your place and if I had found out that my father was planning to give away everything to someone who had never worked for it, I swear I would not have given him the pills either.